I will talk a little bit about OKRs and how to transfer them from a task list to actually business OKRs, because I saw this problem pretty often that people writing OKRs and having like task lists like written down, basically roadmaps transferred into another framework. So today I would like to talk with you about like what are actually OKRs and why we are doing them, what are good or bad OKRs or objectives, output versus outcome. This is a pretty common mistake, also what is happening, and how, like, just some hints on how to create a proper objective. So why we are, like, what are actually OKRs? This is answered pretty simply. OKRs are a framework to set goals, right? Pretty common. You have like SMART goals. There is another framework like KPIs are also some kind of goals. But OKRs are a little bit different because the question why we are actually doing them is pretty interesting. It's obviously because OKRs helping us to align between teams and between company goals. So OKRs helping us to have a horizontal alignment, so team to team, and a vertical alignment. This means company goals to team level. This is this is something new. This framework was invented by Google and is used pretty extensively there. I would like to give you an example about how such a vertical alignment could look like. So let's say Eric Heyman have the idea that we need to split the monolith, right? I think this is a pretty common topic right now. And so he would say we need to get rid of the monolith. How to formulate this into objective and key results? How to formulate this as a business objective which is outcome oriented? It's actually pretty easy. So you would say the objective would be enable autonomous systems structure which supports the teams to work cross-functionally on one chunk of value. See the difference? Like splitting the monolith and working cross-functionally on a separate chunk of value. This is the difference between output and outcome. But how would you measure that? What would be a key result? So one could be one squad is able to deliver business value without any dependencies. Another key result could be all teams can describe how a strategy and roadmap look like to achieve this goal. So here again, the key results are measuring like if you achieved your objective. I mean, to the first key result of one team can work independently, teams can contribute, the principals can contribute, and the product owner can contribute. To communicating the strategy so everyone is aware of how to get there where we want to be, there could be, like, the agile coaches could participate there, and also the people managers. So, but this is going a little bit too far with only one slide. Maybe we look what is actually a good objective. So a good objective, I would say it is one sentence which describes the overall goal, the vision, what you want to achieve. You don't ask yourself what you want to achieve, so not a roadmap item, so I don't want to split the monolith, but you're asking yourself why I want to achieve something. This is the big difference here. So why do I want to achieve something? In the best case, it's inspirational, because yeah, obviously this is a bigger goal. I would always recommend to use also team language, so don't have something super dry written down, rather than having like create a kick-ass system which is, yeah, generates a lot of, I don't know, cashy, if this is the team language. I would also say that this is the most hardest part to create a proper objective, because if you created a proper objective, key results, and everything what is below that, like the roadmap, the user stories, or whatever, is already super easy. And the most important thing, as I already said, it should be outcome oriented. Still a little bit theoretical. Maybe we look at a few examples, right? So here are the objective and key results from the People Manager chapter, which I am part of. And as you see, we have 5 objectives. What do you think? Is it a good number of objectives? Too many? Or is it okay? Or is it yeah, it's some kind of here. I would still say, like, from my personal experience, I would still say it's too many. You can't finish things if you can't focus. So what you want to do is to focus on something to finish it. If you have too many things to focus on, so basically the sentence, if everything is important, nothing is important, right? So, but a little bit more specific. Meet projected FTE numbers. Do you think this is a good objective? Any questions? Any thoughts on that? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. This is, I think this hits it precisely, because here we are saying what we want to do, but not like no one knows why. What about this one? Drive the establishment of a self-improving organization. What about that? I mean, I have pretty lot of time. I can just wait. Any ideas? Is this a good objective, a bad objective? Jacopo? Mm-hmm. So Jacopo said you cannot measure it. Chris? Good point. So it's not the objective what needs to be measurable, but the key results. With the key results, you are measuring if you achieve this goal. So this objective is already quite okay, I would say. If it's inspirational, so yeah. If it's a team language, I don't know. Ensure the 24/7 availability of key applications and critical components. What about that? Just quick thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up? Ah, yeah, Jasper. Okay, any other opinions? Rather good. Oh, John, yeah. Larissa, now you are missing like thumbs up for a People Manager chapter. So this objective would be also okay, because it's still saying that we want to achieve something. We want that our systems are available 24/7, basically, all critical components. This is the why. But maybe we take a look a little bit, and I talked already about output and outcome. And I noticed that not for everyone it's like pretty clear where's the difference between those two. So the super basic is you have an input. Let's say it's a user story from Alex in Team Android. There is a throughput, which is the team, which is generating, which is working, creating code. And you have an output. And this would be a feature, for example, okay? And after that, you have an outcome. So the outcome is what happens after the output. So this is what you really try to achieve. Because you can have a lot of output, but not much outcome. Is this like understandable? Like, do you get where I'm going with that? Okay. So I would say those two are pretty easy to differentiate. Output is everything you're generating, features, tasks. I don't know, this presentation. This presentation is an output. And an outcome are results and goals. So the output of this presentation is the outcome is basically that I try to give you the information about the OKRs, that I want that you understand a little bit better and have a better feeling why we are actually doing them. This would be the outcome of this presentation. So see the difference here? What do you think, where would a roadmap go? Is like a roadmap item, is it an output or an outcome? Is it right here? Okay, signs in this direction, other signs in the other direction. No? No? Yeah. Okay, Steffen? You think it's more of an outcome? Is it just you saying this because so I can get going with the presentation? Or so I would say a roadmap is something where you focus on the output because you're talking about certain things you want to deliver. Thanks, Steffen, by the way. Certain things you want to deliver, but the roadmap isn't saying why we actually want to deliver them. Let's take, for example, in the mobile teams right now, seat reservation. Seat reservation is an output. What is the outcome of the feature seat reservation? More money. It's the super high-level goal, right? It's one of our core objectives from our company. Dynamic price steering. Why we are doing that? Business value, right, right. So in the end, in our company, we are trying to focus on business value because we are a company. We're trying to make money, to have the salaries, to do such events. And so if we create objectives, they should be always outcome-oriented. So you really have the goal. This is the outcome is above the output. And so the output stays modular. So if you have the goal of, I don't know, achieving more money, then everything what is below that, the roadmap, is modular. You can do whatever you want for that. And this is the nice thing about OKRs. If they are outcome focused, if you really focus only just on have a higher conversion rate, have a faster click-through rate, for example, okay? Then everything what is below that, everything what you do for that, it's pretty easy. So, but, okay?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, please.
Why would we need a roadmap?
Because the roadmap is another level of abstraction. And the roadmap, how road mapping works usually is the 2 months that you are writing, the roadmap is pretty clear and pretty static. Everything what is behind that, like after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months in a roadmap is pretty foggy. So, and objectives, because they are outcome oriented, they can be stretch goals. Basically, you can hand over an objective over several quarters because you want to achieve a certain outcome. And then the roadmap just describing what you are doing in order to achieve this outcome. Okay? So, yeah, how to do this? I try to explain it a little bit quickly in this presentation. So for an objective, just 3 things. You should be clear on your vision. If you are working in a team, if I'm working like in the people manager chapter, what is the vision where we are going with our chapter, where we are going with our company? And check the OKRs from your core teams and leadership. So where is actually the whole thing going, and check what they try to achieve and if you can participate or if you need to ask them to help you. The why is, I think, the most important thing to focus on if you write an objective. And obviously, you should stick to outcome and results if you write it. But I know it's challenging to rethink that you don't think an output rather than an outcome, but you should try it because it makes a lot of things what is like on other abstraction levels easier. because you really know why you are doing something. So for the key result, it's super straightforward. You ask yourself, how can I measure that I achieved my objective? Okay? It's super easy. Let's take my presentation. So the objective for my presentation would be the participants of the FlixSummit, which heard my talk, understand a little bit more why we are doing OKRs and how to create them. So how would I measure that? What would be the key results for it? I would check the feedback, which you hopefully leave for me after the talk on this board. And obviously, I would observe the next objectives which we will create from the people who are here, like Alex. And if the objectives are outcome-oriented, at least some percentages of them, then I know that I some kind of get closer to the outcome I wanted to achieve. So, short presentation, nevertheless, take action on that. I think OKRs are a pretty amazing tool to create goals and to align those goals vertically and horizontally. Just get into BetterWorks, check the objectives, and if you see there are bad objectives, then just say it, hey, why we are doing that? Like, why is this objective formulated like that? Everything gets, like from my experience and from former companies, gets a little bit easier if you have the goal, if you set the goal right for yourself. And this is why I don't think we should wait any longer. I mean, OKRs are part of our company, and we are working on that also in the leadership team to provide proper goals for FlixTech and above and below. And if the goal is right, then everything should be good. So, thanks for listening. Any questions?